Good morning, class. So today we are reflecting on finding a poem, and the reflection will consist of the reasoning behind the pivotal words and phrases that you removed from the sections of the content that you selected in the storm story. And I am going to model for you the reasoning behind the selection of the content, the pivotal words and phrases that were deleted out of this section as an example, so that you will know how to reflect on your choices for your founding poem. So let's begin. Excuse me. So the author of the poem deleted all of the phrases and words to this point of poured over the bodies of birds. And so let's look at these words. She suddenly became very interested in animals and found herself leafing through encyclopedias, looking at pictures, the hedgehog's pale, soft, tender underbelly, the swift hare, of uncertain hue, leaping. So, in this sense, poured over can reflect all of the research and everything that the protagonist was looking into. So, because she was looking page after page in the encyclopedias and page after page at pictures, that's kind of, in a sense, being poured over the bodies, right? And because she's already in this part of the text, meaning the author has written the bodies of birds, there's no reason to indicate hedgehogs, pale, soft, tender, and use all of these to describe the bodies because, once again, it would be repetitive in poetry in the sense that it's already written as bodies. So, for my first topic sentence, maybe I write the pivotal words and phrases deleted from the text were chosen because they were unnecessary. Uh-oh. To express what the protagonist, or to express the protagonist's actions. Let's say it that way. Obsession. Maybe that's even better, right? Because she was obsessing over the birds. Fix some spelling stuff here. Always, always go back and check your work, right? And so, what exact words were deleted? The poet deleted the first antecedent, extended, let's call it an extended antecedent. The text, right? And of course, we're doing James Schaefer. So our topic sentence would then turn back into blue, and our concrete detail would be red, right? And then let's explore a little more. Pondering the softness of the flesh behind the feathers. So maybe the next content detail is that the chosen words to keep, comma, quote, pondering the softness of the flesh behind, flesh behind their feathers was exactly what she was doing in that first top part of the sentence is the evidence that supports the protagonist's obsession, right? So then there was no need to use the other words that were deleted, and that would be your context evidence. And now we have the commentary, right? So maybe the poem developed a better flow by eliminating a single word, right? I mean, it didn't eliminate it. I mean, it eliminated also. I'm sorry, and kept. It kept a single word, right? And maybe the commentary is that it was easier to keep the word bobbing and write it multiple times to suggest the deleted word, and then we're going to put comma here and quote that word, and that would be insistently, right? Because that's what I'm thinking, okay? Then the other thing is that all of the thoughts that she was pondering as it takes place in the mind is just an indicator that it was happening in her mind, right? So it's solidifying that she was thinking these thoughts as a predator. So maybe I add that the pondering notion connects with the idea that she mentally obsessed over the flesh of birds. Then that way it's in my own words and it's my commentary. Now let's put a concluding sentence on this, right? That wraps it all up. So the pivotal words and phrases chosen highlighted the or illuminated. That's an even better word, actually. Let's change this, because writing illuminated, right? Because that's like bringing it out to the forefront, right? So the pivotal words and phrases chosen for the poem, let's say for the found poem, illuminated the protagonist's cravings, fleshly cravings, maybe. No, let's say fleshly. Yeah, I guess craving thoughts as she transposed into a predator. That's even better, right? So now I have created a reflection as to the reason why the poet eliminated some pivotal words or chose pivotal words to keep and phrases to keep and eliminated the additional words. So today what you're going to do when you come into the synchronous portion of class is you are going to write a reflection about your choices of the pivotal words and phrases that you kept versus the ones that you deleted, as well as the section of the reading you decided to focus on. So I hope this helps you understand the expectations of the found poem reflection that I am looking for. Have a great morning.